Hi. Just thought I'd do a quick video because I'm watching Sky News and it's doing about abortion, and seems like there's people use it as like a method of contraception, almost. Like, they're not bothered because they know they can have an abortion. It's just not like that. It's just for anyone. I don't know what the answer is, but it's just not that. You know what I mean? Like, there's several things that were, because they've made it so they can just send these things out, send the tablets out. Oh. I mean, everyone needs to be very aware of, particularly if you have a surgical one, like what that is. Because there's, like anything else, I think, bury your head in the sand kind of thing. Like, somehow you detach yourself from what is actually happening, but surely it's better to be aware of it, so that you think about it before, or make the necessary, like, have an implant or a coil, or, if you know what I mean, if you're having sex. And boys should carry condoms. The onus shouldn't just be on girls to sort this kind of thing out, because it is a life, isn't it? I know situations happen, and of course, this is coming from somebody who's had one. Let's not forget. So, but having watched these videos of doctors testifying in various different courts on what they do in an abortion, I don't understand how we can even have it as an option over a certain period of time, unless there's, it's associated with rape, or I don't know. But there's a lot more thought needs to go into this, because I need to bear in mind I've had 3 kids. I can't even remember at what point it. I mean, obviously, people from different faiths are going to have different opinions on this, but when it goes from being sort of a ball of cells into what looks like a baby, no matter how small it is. Remember, if you have an abortion at that point, first of all, they're going to try and suck that. I'm going to be real here. Yeah? This should put you off. I put you off to the point where you're conscious of it in advance of having sex, so you make sure that you use protection, or make sure you have your contraceptive implant, or you use something more. And if you're somebody that forgets to take pills, then have an implant put in, or a coil put in, or something. Because the consequences of then, and also if you're not going to do any of those things, at least find out straight away. Like, so some, because if you're much more conscious of the whole thing, then the likelihood of having to get further down that road will reduce, won't it? Because if you find out and you don't want to have a baby, the longer you leave it, the more it becomes a baby. Then just think about it this way: they between a certain period of time, they have to use a tube. They suck the baby out through a tube in parts, dismembered baby parts. I'm just going to be real here because that's exactly what happens. And then the bigger the baby gets, they can't use the suction things. They have to go in there and then they pull with forceps a baby apart. That is what happens. They dismember your baby in your belly and pull it out. So, as grim as that is, it's just, I didn't even think about it this way until just recently when I saw these videos. How do these doctors, that's their job, how do they do that? How do they, also, how have we made the law so it's all right to do that? I mean, obviously, I know certain situations arise, don't get me wrong, I understand, but on a general level, like, you can have an abortion up to like 20 odd weeks or something, can't you? 24 weeks. That's a baby. That is a full-on baby. It's just something to bear in mind. Like, you don't want to even put yourself in that situation. Don't want to put yourself in that situation and what the consequences that could have on you emotionally, subconsciously. And also, how do these people do this? Like, how do these doctors sleep? I know they've got a job to, but that must be a nightmare. It should be how that kind of the education should be around not even getting to there, not making it easier. It should be about, surely, teaching, the reality of what would happen if they got pregnant and didn't find out about it. Like, there should be no encouragement on making it easier. Like, it doesn't matter if I don't protect myself at the time because I know I can take these pills at any point after that, kind of, because that on this TV thing they just had on, they had interviews with different people. Like, that's, Yeah, I don't know. I felt the need to say something. Because that whole thing there, because those, I don't even know. The cells that get taken there they get taken and sent to hospital. Well, who knows what they're doing with them? Because they become the property of the hospital. What do you mean? Just how did, I don't know. It's a tough one. Because I know situations happen, you know, with rape and things like that. But not but to that, just in general, surely it's better to educate, like, the seriousness of it. Because it's, you know, shouldn't get to it, shouldn't. Can you imagine what they must be like for these people that do this day in, day out? I couldn't even, it made me feel sick just watching the 5-minute video of this doctor saying that how he was, you know, he was doing it and then he had to leave when he had a child. He couldn't do it no more. I suppose he become desensitized to it or something, because they're just seeing it as their job. That must be how they'd be able to do it. Otherwise, how could you do it? Think about it. Dismembering a baby. Because that's what it is. Like, that's stuff of nightmares. Anyway, sorry, yeah, just a nice cheerful video for you. But I felt the need, because I just saw it and I just thought, oh my gosh. They're doing that this postal thing now. We don't even need to, they don't even do the checks properly by the sounds of it. So then they're just, anyone's phoning up and getting abortion kits sent out. And then can you imagine that? Going through that at home, if you're on your own, it's not good. Just in so many ways. Maybe just being more conscious of it. Try not to get into that situation as much as possible in the first place. I don't know, because I used to take a contraceptive pill and I just forget to take it, so that's my own fault. So maybe they're not even the answer. Maybe something like that's as well. That's, you know, my mind's changing on this. I'm thinking, God, I wish I'd paid more attention when I was younger. Just like, but they didn't really teach it, kind of thing, about just holding yourself out for your person. I wish I knew then what I knew now. But then I guess I wouldn't be in this position. So it's a tough one, isn't it? Because you you got to go through all these trials, and that's what they're the lessons, aren't they? But there's certain things I wish I knew when I was younger, for sure. Or maybe I wasn't listening. Maybe they were there. I just wasn't paying attention. I don't know. You'd think I would have known about certain things, having gone to an all-girls Catholic school, nunnery. They'd be so proud. Oh. Actually, no, I think they would be now. Sister Helen, she was cool. She used to scare the shit out of everybody. She was brilliant. She's our headmistress. I got taught by nuns probably in primary school. Oh, the good old days. Yeah. Anyway. So yeah, I guess the overall thing is just think about it before. Think about it. Think about the consequence of the actions if you don't prepare yourself or stay safe. If you're aware of those, then you might make a different choice, but at least a safer one. It's all from a place of love, because at the end of the day, that's got to be really hard on everyone that's involved. That whole abortion thing. So obviously it's a touchy subject, I know, but like everything else, it's better if you know than you don't know. Yeah. So those are my parting thoughts for this evening, this morning, wherever you are, whatever you're doing. It's 4:15. Sorry, I'm just watching. I'll just shout out, while I'm here. I've just been watching. I'm getting well. I'm so excited about this stuff, right? The Lincoln. Oh no, hold on. The Congress Library, is it? Can I just shout out to all the librarians out there? High fucking five, yeah. So cool. They're like wizards. They're like knowledge wizards, aren't they? Really awesome. And museum curators. A lot of love. Yeah, Congress Library. So I've been watching about that. The Tomb of Mount Vernon. Been learning about that. Abraham Lincoln. Architect of the Capitol. Architects don't get enough high fives, do they? Really legends. Ancestry. So there was some people. Bernie Sanders, Pharrell Williams, Queen Latifah. I've watched about them. Their ancestry. So that's quite fun. I'll put the links in. George Washington. It's just spotting up on my history. So excited. I'm thinking, oh my God, where am I going to go when this is, when we get out of prison? Where are we going to go? What are we going to do? What are we going to see? I want to see everything. My bucket list is getting longer by the second. It's like, right, I want to go. It's like every country, right? Where's all the monuments? Where's all the archaeological sites? The libraries, tombs, graveyards, all of it. I want to see it all. I'll also watch some cool videos about mafia bosses, because we've got the coolest gang around. So, do you know what I mean? Hints and tips. That's what I'm taking from it. Yeah. So I'm going to end that with that. Go gang. Love ya. Hope you have a glorious day, night, afternoon. And I should be back